Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parampara. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Loka Shankaram. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om. My humble pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of the self. I welcome all of you to today's session of Bhagavad Gita. I am not a Pandita, I am not a Jnani, I am not a Guru. I am just a seeker, sadhaka. I am conducting this study hour as a means for my learning. If I make any mistakes, please forgive me. We have started on a journey to study Bhagavad Gita, Gudardha Deepika by Sri Madhusudana Saraswati, translated by Swami Gambhirananda from Sri Ramakrishna Matam. Before studying that book, we thought, let us go through the summary of Bhagavad Gita first, at a very high level. We have completed 12 chapters summary so far. Today, we will be going through the summary of 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Let me share my screen. Thirteenth chapter is Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. What is Kshetra? Who is Kshetrajna? What is their difference? We are going to see. So far, we have completed 12 chapters. The first 6 chapters is about Tvam, which is you. The next 6 chapters, chapter number 7 to 12, they are concerned about Tat, which is Ishvara, God. Now, the last 6 chapters is going to synthesize the equality, identity between Tat and Tvam. And as part of this chapter, Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga, is very important to understand how to correlate whatever we have discussed so far in the 12 chapters. One is the individual being and another is the supreme being. And what is the relation between them, we are going to understand. Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, first shloka. Arjuna is saying, Prakritim Purusham Chaiva Kshetram Kshetrajnam Evacha Etad Veditum Jnanam Jneyam Cha Keshava. Arjuna is asking, oh Keshava, Keshava means Krishna. I wish to understand what is Prakriti and Purusha, and what is Kshetra and Kshetrajna. I also wish to know what is Jnanam true knowledge. And what is Jnayam? What is the goal of this knowledge? What is the questions of Arjuna? He wants to understand what is Prakriti, what is Purusha, what is Kshetra, what is Kshetrajna, what is Jnanam, what is Jnayam. So Krishna is going to explain this. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Bhagavan is saying, Idam Shariram Kaunteya Kshetramityabhidiyate. Etadyo Veti Tam Prahuhu Kshetrajna iti Tadvidaha. What this means is, Idam Shariram, this body is Kshetram. This body is called Kshetram. Kshetram is a word which is found in local languages also. Kshetra means field. Field, you can call it as an agriculture field. Even this word is used to denote an agriculture field also. Kshetram. Kshetram means field. Field of experience. The body is field of experience. Idam shariram kaunteya. Kaunteya means Arjuna. Idam shariram, this body, kshetramityabhidiyate. Kshetram is said to be called as kshetram. Field of activities, field of karma. Body is called field of karma, kshetram. Etadyo veti tam prahu. Kshetrajna iti tadvidaha. Those wise people call that as Kshetrajna, who is the knower of the Kshetram. Who is the knower of the Kshetram? It is the conscious awareness that knows the Kshetram. I have body. It's a conscious awareness. The consciousness, the awareness is the Kshetrajna. It is the knowing principle in you, the knowing principle in me, the spirit, the knowing principle is called Kshetrajna. Kshetrajna is a word which means Jna means knowledge, knowing principle. Kshetrajna. The one who knows the body is called Kshetrajna. The one who knows the body is you. You know the body. Therefore, you are the Kshetrajna. Shloka number 3, chapter 3. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Kshetrajnam chapi mam vitti sarva kshetreshu bharata. Kshetra kshetrajnayor jnanam yattad matam mama. Kshetrajnam chapi mam vitti. Know me as the kshetrajna. Sarva kshetreshu bharata. In all the bodies, the kshetrajna is me only, Krishna is saying. The one who knows the body is kshetrajna, and the kshetrajna in all the bodies is Krishna only. And knowing, understanding the body as field of karma, field of activities, and the consciousness as God, as the knower of this field, this is the true knowledge. This is jnanam. This is the right knowledge. Knowing that the body is the field of karma, activities, and the one who knows the body, which is the knowing principle in me, in you, is Ishvara, is Sri Krishna. In all bodies, Sri Krishna alone is there. This we have to understand. This is the true knowledge. This is the correct knowledge. Shloka 13.6 Shri Bhagavan Vacha Mahabhutanyahankaro Buddhiravyaktameva cha Indriyani Dashaikam cha Panchachendriya Gochara. What is Kshetram he is telling? The field of activities is composed of 5 great elements. What are the 5 great elements? Panchabhutas. The Panchabhutas are earth, water, fire, wind and space. Prithvi, Jala, Agni, Vayu and Akasha. Earth, water, fire, wind and space. The entire world is made up of these 5 elements, Panchabhutas. And then there is something more than this. All the matter is made up of these Panchabhutas. Subtle matter like the ego, the intellect, and the Prakriti, the primordial unmanifest matter, and the 11 senses. Which are the 11 senses? The 5 Jnanendriyas, which are eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and the skin. These are the 5 sensory organs which give knowledge. Eyes give the knowledge of sight. Ears give the knowledge of hearing. Nose gives the knowledge of smell. Tongue gives the knowledge of taste. Skin gives the knowledge of touch. Apart from these 5 knowledges, there is no world experience possible. Our world experience is limited by these 5 senses. Beyond this, you cannot experience world. Therefore, there are 5 Jnanendriyas. Indriyas, senses of perception. And there are 5 Karmendriyas, senses of action. Hands are there for action, doing something. Legs are there for walking. Similarly, mouth is there for eating or speaking. Similarly, the reproductive organ is there for reproduction, and the elimination organ is there for eliminating the waste in the body. So these are the 5 organs of action. The 5 organs of sense perception and the 5 organs of action, they are 10, and there's a 11th one, which is the mind, manas. These are the 11 senses. And the 5 objects of senses, I already told: sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. This totality, 5 Mahabhutas, the ego, the buddhi, intellect, the unmanifest matter, the 11 senses, and the 5 sense objects. These form the field of activities, which is Kshetram. Not only that, there is something more in the Kshetram. What is that? Icha, Dvesha, Sukham, Dukkham, Sangatash, Chetanadritihi, Etat Kshetram Samasena Savikaram Udah. This body, this Kshetram, don't say body, Kshetram. What have we talked about? 5 Panchabhutas: earth, water, fire, wind and space, ahankara, ego, buddhi, intellect, and 5 5 sense perceptions, 5 senses of action, and 5 and manas, mind, and 5 objects of senses. In addition to that, desire and aversion, ichha, dvesham. Desire and aversion, sukham, dukkham, happiness and misery, the body and the consciousness. We have, I am conscious, this feeling, I am awake, this feeling, and the willpower, all this put together is called Kshetram. This is the what we call as Kshetram. The one who knows of this is Kshetrajna. And now Bhagavan says in Shloka number 13, Jneyam yattat pravakshyami yajñatva amrutamashnute anadi matparam brahma nasat annasaguchyate. I shall now reveal to you that which ought to be known. He said, what is to be known, right? Arjuna asked, what is to be known? He's going to say what is to be known. And by knowing which, one attains immortality. Amrutam ashnute, one will attain immortality. Immortality, listening to this word, immediately you will think, I will live forever with this body. No, not like that. Immortality means fearlessness and peace of mind. That is called Amruta. Peace of mind is called Amruta and fearlessness is called Amruta. Knowing which, knowing what? Knowing Brahman, beginningless Brahman. Anadimat Param Brahma. Param Brahma, the transcendental Brahman. Anadi, beginningless. And knowing like what? Knowing I am Brahman. I am Brahman, knowing that. My consciousness is Brahman, knowing that. Which lies beyond existence and non-existence. The Brahman, you cannot call it as the existing thing. Because you cannot call it as existing thing, you cannot say that it is non-existence also. The consciousness in you, the spirit in you, the consciousness in you is not a physical thing. You cannot objectify it, you cannot show it, you cannot touch it, you cannot smell it, you cannot taste it, you cannot objectify it. Because you cannot objectify it, it is not an object. Just because it is not an object, you cannot say it doesn't exist. So it is neither existence, because it doesn't have an objective existence. Just because it does not have an objective existence, you cannot say it is non-existence also. It is neither existence nor non-existence. That is the beginningless Brahman. Your own consciousness is Brahman. And what are the qualities of Brahman? Sarvendriya gunavasam, sarvendriya vivarjitam, asaktam sarva bhrutchaiva, nirgunam gunabhoktacha. Though he means Brahman. Brahman means your own consciousness. Though he perceives all sense objects, yet he is devoid of the senses. The consciousness do not have senses, yet the consciousness perceives all sensory perceptions through mind. He is unattached to everything. The consciousness is not attached to anything. Yet, he is the sustainer of all. Whatever is there is dependent on the consciousness. Without consciousness, nothing exists. Although he is without attributes, the consciousness has no attributes. It has no size, shape, color, nothing is there. Yet he is the enjoyer of the three modes of material nature. In the material nature, you have sattva, rajas, tamo gunas, mixed combination, good, bad, ugly. Everything is there. But the consciousness is neither good nor bad nor ugly. It is not sattva, rajas, tamo. It is pure. It does not have any guna, any attribute. It is attributeless, pure, like a diamond, like a crystal. The consciousness is the light of the self. It is Atma Jyoti. That is Brahman. Your own consciousness is like that. It is Shiva Swarupi. Your own consciousness is Shiva. It is peace. And he says, he exists outside and inside all living beings. The consciousness is outside and inside. It's in me, in this body, I can feel it. Outside also, I can feel it. Everyone has the same consciousness. Those that are moving and not moving. The moving is also conscious. You can say it is consciousness. Non-moving is also Brahman only. The Sat aspect of Brahman is evident. Existence is evident everywhere. He is subtle. It is very difficult to grasp the Brahman. And hence, he is incomprehensible. You cannot understand Brahman just like that. A proper teaching is required to understand that my own consciousness is Brahman. My own consciousness is God. My own consciousness, Ch-13, Krishna is God. I am God. This is what you have to realize. He is very far. For a person who is ignorant, who thinks that I am a body, mind, intellect, for him, God is very far in some Kailasa or Vaikunta, but he is also very near. For a person who understands that my own consciousness is God, God is very near. He is the nearest to that person. He is indivisible. The consciousness is indivisible like sky. Yet, he appears to be divided amongst living beings. It appears that you are a different person, I am a different person. It appears like that. Even though your consciousness and my consciousness, I'm not talking about mind and thoughts. What I'm saying is the spirit in you, the consciousness awareness in you, and the consciousness awareness in me is one and the same. Though it appears as divided because of your body and my body. It is one, the Atma is one, Brahman is one, consciousness is one, awareness is one. Yet it appears as divided because of the body consciousness. Your body is different, my body is different. Because of the division of the body, it appears divided. He is indivisible, yet he appears to be divided among living beings. Know that supreme entity, the Brahman, to be the sustainer, annihilator, and creator of all beings. He is the source of light in all luminaries. How do you understand this? Sun is the luminary. Sun gives light, bulb gives light. But without my eyes, I cannot see sunlight. Therefore, the light of my eyes is greater than the light of the sunlight. Without my mind, I cannot pay attention to my eyes. Therefore, the light of the mind is greater than the light of the eyes and the light of the sun. Without myself, my consciousness, nothing works. Therefore, consciousness is the light of all lights. It is the light of the self, Atma Jyoti, that the luminary of all luminaries. And this is entirely beyond the darkness of ignorance. I exist, I am. This knowledge is beyond ignorance. Even an ant has it. Brahman is knowledge, is knowing principle. Brahman is knowledge, the object of knowledge and the goal of knowledge. Brahman is the knowledge, the object of knowledge and the goal of knowledge. He dwells within the hearts of all living beings. In you, in every body, he dwells in the heart. Heart means not this heart. Heart means the awareness presence, the consciousness in you is the heart. Okay. So, Kshetra Kshetrajna, field and knower of the field. Kshetra means field. Kshetrajna means the one who knows about the field. So subsections 13.2 to 13.7 talk about field and knower of the field, Kshetra and Kshetrajna. 13.8 to 13.12 talks about Jnanam, what is knowledge. 13.13 to 13.19 talks about Jnayam, object of knowledge. 13.20 to 13.24 talks about Purusha and Prakriti, consciousness and matter. Purusha means consciousness, Prakriti means matter, spirit and matter. 13.25 to 13.35 talks about spiritual practice and its benefits. 13.2 to 13.7, if you take any experience, all experiences, any experience you take, I'm looking at the wall. What is involved? It is called Triputi. Three things are involved. Seer, seen object, and the process of seeing. Seer, seen, and the process of seeing. This is called Triputi. There is a subject, object, and process of seeing, perception. Subject, object, and perception. These three are involved in any experience. Knower, knowledge, and known. Knower, known, and the knowledge. This is called Triputi. In case of an infant or a child, what will be a child's experience? There is no Triputi, because there is no seer, there is no seen. Only seeing is there. But when we grow up, we develop a sense of self for the body, and we say, I am the seer, that sofa is the seen, and there is a process of seeing. So this knowledge develops as we grow up. What is Kshetram then? What is Kshetram? All objective experience is Kshetram. Another way of looking at it. All object experience, including body, sense organs, feelings, emotions, thoughts, objects, world, cosmos, everything is Kshetram. Purusha and Prakriti. There is something called Purusha and Prakriti, spirit and matter. From Prakriti comes Mahatattva. It's called Mahatattva. It's called cosmic intelligence. From there, Ahankara, ego will come. From ego, Sattva, Rajas, Tamo gunas will come. From Sattva, Rajas, Tamo gunas from Sattva comes the Manas and Indriyas. Manas means mind and Indriyas means Jnana Indriyas, sense perception, senses of perception will come, and Indriyas of action, Karmendriyas will come. From Tamas aspect, Tanmatras will come, and from Tanmatras comes the Panchabhutas. First the Tanmatras, sound, sight, smell, they'll come. From there, Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Jala, Prithvi will come. Earth, water, fire, these will come from Tanmatras. They come from Tamo aspect. Similarly, another cosmology, if you see, you can think of it as beyond manifest and unmanifest is the Akshara Brahman, Parabrahman. Whatever you can see in this universe is manifest and unmanifest together. Beyond this, transcending this is Parabrahman. Now don't imagine transcending means there is something called manifest and unmanifest, and beyond this something is lying. Not like that. The manifest and unmanifest are like waves in an ocean. All the waves are nothing but water. Water is the transcendental Parabrahman. Ocean is Ishvara. The waves are you and me. That's how you have to understand. Parabrahman is like water. Ishvara, God, is like ocean. And individual waves are like you and me. Waves are also water. Ocean is also water. And the water is also water. This Kshetra, whatever we discussed about Kshetra, is an appearance in consciousness. It is like a dream. In the dream of Ishvara, this body appears. We are all in the dream of Ishvara. It's not like we are really there. We are an imaginary beings. We are like, this is a dream world. This is a dream body. We are all in the dream of Ishvara, God. And the dreamer is you only. You are the Brahman only. In your dream only, we are all appearing. This is how you have to understand. Body is the kshetra, field. In this field, you sow the seeds of karma. You do karma and you sow the seeds. And you reap the fruits called karma phala, the fruit of karma. Now, the body, mind, intellect is a kshetra, field. This field can be a dharma kshetra. Your actions, your karma, if you are as per dharma, this becomes a dharma kshetra, field of righteous karma. Else, it will become a kurukshetra. The all-pervading consciousness that illuminates, animates, and knows the field, kshetra, is called kshetrajna. Universal consciousness is Ishvara, like an ocean. Individual consciousness is Jiva, you and me. We are like waves in the ocean. Jiva is devotee of Ishvara. Both Ishvara is also water, Jiva is also water only. If you look at it from Brahman point of view. But from our point of view, from an individual point of view, if you see, we are like a Jiva under the control of Ishvara. In essence, both Jiva and Ishvara are water only, consciousness only. There is no difference. But from this Vyavahara part, if you look at transactional reality, Ishvara is there who controls the universe, is like ocean, and I am like a small wave in the ocean. But the wave has to recognize that I am part of ocean, I am ocean. This is the realization. In you, in everyone, there is a feeling of I am. There is a feeling of I am. This I am is the reflection of Brahman in the mirror of mind. There is a Brahman like sun. Sun is reflected in the mind as I am. This I am, the reflected consciousness, is called Chidabhasa. When there are a lot of thoughts in the mind, the Chidabhasa gets confused. It thinks that I am this body, mind, and intellect, and it starts living life as a separate being. When it understands by the teaching that I am Brahman only, I am consciousness, and everybody is Brahman only. I am not special Brahman. Everybody is Brahman only. This is all a dream. Then it becomes silent and peaceful. Then its agitation comes down. Then it becomes silent and peaceful, happy. Now, Krishna explains from shloka number 13.8 to 13.12 the qualities of a jnani. What are the important qualities? Find out these qualities whether they are in you or you have to inculcate. Qualities of a seeker. of a spiritual seeker. What are the qualities? Amanitvam means humbleness. One should be humble. Adambitvam, freedom from hypocrisy. You should not be a hypocrite. Ahimsa, non-violence. Kshantavyam, forgiveness. If somebody says something to us, we should forgive them. Arjavam, simplicity. We should not be non-simple. We should be simple. Acharya Upasana, service to Guru. What is service to Guru? Is it like staying with the Guru and doing whatever he says? Not like that. Guru gives teaching. Listen to the teaching carefully, attentively, and implement in your life and transform yourself. That is the biggest service you can do to the Guru. Shaucham, cleanliness of body, mind, intellect. Don't let impurities come into your mind and intellect. Keep your body clean, mind clean, intellect clean. Shaucham. Stairyam, steadfastness. Life is uncertain. There are many difficulties in life. You should be steadfast. You should face life with courage, knowing that Krishna is there with me. Atma Vinigraha, self-control. The senses will pull you in 10 different directions. Don't get dragged through the senses. Have self-control. Control your mind, control your senses. Vairagyam, dispassion towards sense pleasures. Anahankaram, absence of egoism. No ahankara, no ego. Janma mrityu jara vyadhi dosha anudarshanam. Janma means birth, mrityu means death, jara means old age, vyadhi means disease. Keeping in mind the evil of birth, death, old age, and disease. This is what life is all about. There is a lot of suffering in world, suffering in life. Keeping this in mind, keep God in mind. Oh God, take me out of this samsara. I don't want birth, death, old age, and disease. Take me out of samsara. Give me moksha, liberation. This should be the prayer. One should see clearly the problem of life, problem of human existence. Knowing that one can pray for moksha to Ishvara Krishna. Asakti, Anasakti, non-attachment. Anabhishvagnaha, absence of craving. We should not crave for sense pleasures. Similarly, no clinging to the family, children, spouse, and home. You don't have to run away from home, but don't be attached to don't cling to the family, children, spouse, and home. All these will come to an end at one point or the other. Samachittatvam, even-mindedness towards desirable and non-desirable objects and events. In life, there will be favorable things, non-favorable things, desirable things, non-desirable things, victory and defeat, loss and gain, one should happiness and sorrow. Towards all this, one should have sama chittatvam, even mindedness. Ananda yogena bhakti, constant and exclusive devotion to God. One should have inclination to lead life in a solitary place. Live happily by yourself in a solitary place. Don't mix with worldly people. Aversion for mundane society. You are what your company is. If your company talks about negative things, company means the company you keep, your friends, your society. If it constantly talks about sense pleasures, you will also be talking about sense pleasures. So what you should do, you should always spend time with holy people, sages, satsang, and mix with people, spiritually oriented people. Adhyatma jnana, pursuit of spiritual knowledge. You should pursue spiritual knowledge. And tattva jnana, seek philosophy, high truths. What is jnayam, object of knowledge? It is the kshetram and all the changing aspects in the world. The jnata, the knower, the knowing principle, sakshi, kshetrajna. Sakshi means witness. Kshetrajna means the one who knows the kshetra, which is your consciousness. The consciousness is never changing, it doesn't change. And it illuminates the kshetra. Kshetra is ever changing, always changing. Kshetrajna is never changing, never changes. Knowing about Kshetrajna is the real knowledge, is the jnana or atma jnana. I, consciousness, Chit, Brahman, am, existence, Sat, Brahman, outer world, infinite, non-dual, Ananta, Ananda. I am Satchidananda Swarupa, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. ನಾನು ನಾನೆಂಬುದು ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಈ ದೇಹ ಮನಬುದ್ಧಿ ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಆತ್ಮ ಶಿವನಾನು ನಾನೇ, ಶಿವೋಹಂ ಶಿವೋಹಂ ಶಿವೋಹಂ. I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, I am pure consciousness, Shivaswarupi, Shivoham Shivoham Shivoham. This is the real knowledge. Purusha and Prakriti, consciousness and matter. Purusha is the reality, unchanging consciousness. Prakriti is unreal, ever-changing matter. (13.25 to 13.35) is about spiritual practice and benefits of spiritual practice. In Prakriti, everything changes. Matter keeps on changing. But the consciousness does not change. It is the substratum. Changes to the matter does not impact the non-changing Sakshi, Kshetrajna, spirit, Purusha, Sakshi. You are the unchanging Kshetrajna, and your body, mind, intellect, world, objects, your studies, your job, health, everything keeps changing. But none of these changes actually change you, the real you, the Kshetrajna. So you are non-impacted by anything at all. This knowledge you should know. I am changeless. Nothing can impact me. This knowledge you should get. Use this knowledge to sharpen your intellect and discrimination. Practice sadhana and upasana. Attain chitta shuddhi. Understand your true identity and oneness with Brahman. Attain liberation. Once you understand that I am changeless Kshatrajna, nothing can impact me. I am the spirit. I am the awareness. I am the presence. I am Shiva. Nothing can impact me. I am birthless and deathless. With this knowledge, nothing can impact you. You will always be peaceful. Nothing can disturb you. You have reached a fearless stage. You have reached liberation. With this, chapter 13 has come to an end. Any questions or observations? If there are no questions or observations, we'll close for the day. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrutyorma Amrutam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah Harihi Om Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Thank you very much. See you in next class.